Hey guys, NerdJack110 here, and I'm back for another Tuesday's Reviews. Today we're going to be checking out Banshee. Banshee is probably known as simultaneously one of the weakest and yet strongest warframes. She has an amazing ability set, and yet can't take any hits. Her various abilities allow for pretty good crowd control. She is an amazing defense frame. She excels at keeping enemies away from certain points, and also amplifying damage. So let's get right into her first ability. Now I've summoned in 20 level 20 butchers, so they're not going to do a whole lot. Her first ability is called Sonic Boom. Now it pretty much just knocks back. There's a little bit of damage. Not much, as you can see. There's an augment mod that allows for it to strip armor when it's cast, but basically it's just for sending things flying backwards. This will work on any level enemy, so you don't need to worry if it's, a really heavy-duty unit. It will still blow them backwards, but the ability itself just isn't all that useful compared to her other abilities in her kit. But let's get into her second ability. Now for Banshee's second ability, I'm going to summon in one level 100 Ancient. I'm going to pause its AI just so that I can maneuver around it a little bit more easily, also so that I don't die. And we're going to go over here, and upon casting it, what it does is it creates a weak spot on the enemy's body, and these can stack. Alright, so we have about as many weak spots as we can on it, and now I'm going to shoot it in the head with the Dread, a very powerful crit chance bow, and we're going to see just how much damage this does. Hopefully in the editing I can make the number stand out a little bit more, or maybe I'll highlight it or something. But yeah, let's shoot this thing. Bye! That was a crazy amount of damage. Sonar is probably one of her most valued abilities. It's used in extremely high level missions to make pretty much everything a little bit easier. But let's go on to our third ability, shall we? So now, Banshee's third ability, I'm not a super rad fan of it. It's a weird one, and it doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Now what Banshee's third ability does is where, upon casting it, they can't hear anything now. It also stunned them for that short period of time, as you saw, and if I go over here, these guys will get stunned. And then if I go back over here, these guys will get re-stunned, but it doesn't really help in the survivability department. Like, I'll turn off my Warframe invincibility, and now we'll see how long I last. As you can see, it is helpful. I'm not taking a whole lot of fire, but let's say I stop running around, let these guys not be stunned anymore, all of a sudden the kind of stun effect is useless because these guys have gotten over it. It used to be that Banshee didn't have a passive and that this is what made her weapon silent. This would, make all the enemies within range deaf, and so that's what kind of made her an acceptable stealth frame. But now that her passive is that her weapons are permanently silent, like if I had enemies out here, they would not be hearing this. To me, it just seems redundant, and the ability only helps with survivability a very little bit. And survivability is something Banshee needs. She only has 15 armor and a very limited health and shield pool. But anyways, on to her fourth, and probably my personal favorite ability, Soundquake. Now to demonstrate this, the chargers are going to be the best. I'm going to set this to level 100 just to show how good this ability is. And upon simulating them, what you got to do is you got to go to the center where you like, and upon activating it, it creates this shockwave where all enemies are slowly given tick damage over time. And as you can see, it's pretty hefty. Now, a little bit of a disclaimer. There's something I have to explain. I have an augment mod on her, which makes it where her Soundquake bubble, it expands and gets more deadly with time. It's called Resonating Quake. You can get it from the syndicates. It's right here. And it makes it where the range is increased and the damage is increased, but the drain is increased. So just know that this is in effect. It's still quite a good ability, but if you really want to run Soundquake, Resonating Quake is pretty much your go-to mod. But anyways, we can go back over here, just kind of finish these guys off. Banshee is excellent for any type of defense mission because of her Soundquake ability. She can just plop right down on the objective and start doing her Soundquake, and everyone within the ring is immobilized. They are taken out of combat entirely. Granted, Banshee can't move, nor can she attack in other means, but it's really quite good at keeping enemies at bay and eliminating the smaller kind of grunt enemies. Anyways, guys, this has been the Tuesday's review of Banshee. I'm now Jack110 from the Halo Play Games channel. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I hope it kind of gave light as to what Banshee's good at, and I hope to catch you all next time. Thanks so much for watching.